LGBTQ students file class action lawsuit against the Department of Education. On March 29th, 33 LGBTQ students sued the Department of Education in a class action lawsuit. Lucas Wilson, now 30 years old, is one of those students. From 2008 to 2012, Lucas received conversion therapy from a student club named the Band of Brothers at Liberty University during his undergraduate years. The students alleged that they suffered bigotry at 25 Christian colleges and universities in 18 states. Wilson said that Liberty University is a thoroughly homophobic institution where students are taught that about the evils of the homosexual lifestyle. The Religious Exemption Accountability Project, or REAP, filed the lawsuit in the U.S. District Court in Oregon on behalf of the 33 former and current students. Many Christian colleges and universities are allowed to enforce policies that prohibit same-sex relationships on campus because the federal civil rights law prohibiting same-sex-based discrimination contains exemption for religious entities. The students' lawsuit asserts that the religious exemption is unconstitutional.
Well, that's a really big lawsuit and very large claim, because a religious exemption being unconstitutional would have huge ripple effects all over all kinds of other things. Healthcare, hiring and firing, schooling, like within religious schools, things like that, lower than universities. But I wonder if they take federal student loans or anything, because there's where I think you can, if there's some sort of federal student loan money that's passing between them, I don't know if that angle works. I mean, they're not funded by the federal government like a state university or something. So then, or the state government, like a state university. So that changes some of those kind of things.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight the organization that is behind or supporting this lawsuit, because Religious Exemption Accountability Project, just that name itself is just music to my ears. Religious Exemption Accountability, just like, because I don't know if you guys are aware, but we don't really like religious privilege around here.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.
So it says, at many religious colleges and universities, LGBTQ students suffer discrimination, abuse, and hardship. The Religious Exemption Accountability Project, or REAP, you reap what you sow, empowers queer, trans, and non-binary students at more than 200 taxpayer-funded religious schools that actively discriminate on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity/expression. Through civil rights litigation, documentary film, oral history, research, and public policy, we work towards a world where LGBTQ students on all campuses are treated equally with safety and respect. So, Rivka, this kind of answers your question. So it's 200 taxpayer-funded religious schools.
Right, which is honestly, like, a lot of times it seems like when you bring a constitutional case, you don't always win on constitutional grounds. You win on a technicality or a piece of it, like, and that is what I think a lot of people think when they think about religious versus public, as in taxpayers, that if it's a public university or institution, you have to abide by these Title VII or Title IX or any of these other civil rights legislation. But that line has become so weak and kind of enmeshed in others, and because they're arguing that they should be able to get a piece of the federal pie because it's discrimination if you don't. So now you have people that are not abiding by the law because they have a special magic sky friend privilege that they get to pull out whenever it suits them, getting taxpayer money. And so I think that rubs people the wrong way in some way, because even if you're religious, I think people didn't think it worked that way as much. But unfortunately, I don't mean to not support this lawsuit. I just feel like there's still so much issues with LGBTQ and homophobia in the larger community also, that I just don't know how much the public sees how that's the same issue as all kinds of other religious privilege. So that's my concern. But I think that that line about getting the money is really where it's at to some degree.
Yeah, I think they put it very well here. Religious exemptions to civil rights statutes come at a price. The price is paid by the young and vulnerable who find themselves at the mercy of religiously affiliated, taxpayer-funded social service and educational institutions that often turn them away or force them in the closet. REAP's lawsuit asserts the constitutional and basic rights of LGBTQ plus students seeking to end the sexual, physical, and psychological abuses perpetrated under the religious exemption to Title IX at thousands of federally funded schools, colleges, and universities across America. So yeah, if this is the fact that there's religious exemptions to Title IX, or just at all, it's
yeah, it's supposed to be your civil rights.
Yeah.
This sort of where the bar is, you know, here's what everybody gets, but not you.
Oh, this is cool. Where I really like how they set up this website where you can actually like get to know each of the plaintiffs. Like, this is a really cool idea. So guys, check out this organization. I think they have like documentaries about this lawsuit that they're undertaking that will be available online. But I'm very interested to see how this goes, because this could really change up a lot of things about our educational institutions, or any religiously affiliated institutions that receive taxpayer money. I think
education, social welfare, healthcare, care for the aged, there's all kinds of things that this is really big. It's like, as I said at the beginning, this can have huge ripple effects because the law is built on precedent. So once you find for one situation of religious privilege when you're getting taxpayer money, then it's easier to have the floodgates open.
Hey guys, YouTube has fully demonetized our channel for supposedly hateful and harmful conduct, without telling us what we did wrong. If we get to 1,000 patrons, we will be able to keep paying all our team, our editors, our artists, without ever having to worry about monetization again, which would be amazing. Yay! So please support Atheist Republic on Patreon. Link in the description below.